السلام عليكم يا ولاد. الفيديو ده الفيديو الرابع، وده هنشرح فيه شابتر 8 في النوتس اللي عندنا اللي هو Product Design and Development. السلام عليكم. This is our fourth video. It will explain chapter 8 in our notes, which is Product Design and Development. What's the meaning of a product? What's the meaning of a product? Product is something that can be marketed to customers, is something that can be marketed or sold to customers in order to satisfy their needs. It may be a physical product or a service. It may be a physical product or a service. For example, physical products like chocolates, clothes, dairy milks, or it may be a service like mobile phone services, like accounting services, advertising services, and so on. يبقى المنتج يا ولاد هو أي حاجة هتشبع رغبة المستهلك أو الزبون. ممكن تكون حاجة فيزيكال زي منتجات الألبان زي الملابس، وممكن تكون حاجة مش فيزيكال يعني خدمة زي خدمات الموبايل، خدمات الدعاية والإعلان وهكذا. There is more than one type of product development. There are four main types of product development. And the first one, a new to the company product. A new to the company product. This type of product development means that this product is new for the company, but it's already existing with the competitors, and it is not new to the market. For example, yogurt drinks with flavors. In Egypt, the first company that produced it or introduced it to the market was Juhayna. So when after this companies like Labanita, El Marai introduced it in the Egyptian market, it was not new for the market, but it was new for the company. Regarding, for example, Labanita. So a new to the market product is a product which is already existing in the market, which is already introduced before by competitors, but it's the first time for the company to introduce it to the market. A new to the company product هو المنتج اللي هو أصلا موجود في السوق لكن جديد بالنسبة لي كشركة. يعني ممكن تكون في شركة منافسة بتنتجه قبل كده، لكن أنا أول مرة هطلعه. زي بالظبط ما بنقول الزبادو، كانت أول واحدة تطلعه هنا في مصر كانت جهينة، جه بعد كده بعديه بقى لبنيتا وشركات تانية طلعوه، فده يعتبر بالنسبة لهم a new to the company product. An improvement in an existing product is the second type of product development, which is considered as an enhancement of a product already on the market. For example, a change of ingredients and packaging. For example, Juhayna products or milk of Juhayna. At the beginning, it was packed in a design which is not easy to open for customers. Then they make a development for the packing of the milk to be an easy open packs. An easy open packs. So it's considered an improvement of an existing product. It's already an existing product, but they make some change in its pack in order to develop it, enhance its use. So it's make it easy and attractive for the customers. At the beginning, they start with the packs which is 1 liter, and then they start to make the easy open packs in the 1.5 liter. يعني دلوقتي الامبروفمنت اوف ان اكزيستنج برودكت، البرودكت اللي هو موجود بس بغير فيه، بغير في الباك بتاعه، بغير في المكونات بتاعته. زي مثال الباكس بتاعت اللبن بتاعت جهينة كانت زمان صعب انك تستخدمها من غير ما تضايقك في الاستخدام. بعد كده عملوها ايزي اوبن باكس فبقت سهلة ان انت تستخدمها. اذا ده تطوير في الشكل في الباك يعتبر يعزز او يزود من قيمة المنتج ويسهل استخدامه، يبقى to be more attractive for customers. The third type of product development is an extension to an existing product line. An extension to an existing product line is a new product developed as a variation of an already existing product, which means a new development to change the product. For example, we have here in our market digestive biscuits. Then they transform it as balls, small chocolate biscuit balls, which is similar to the Maltesers chocolate. So it's considered an extension of an existing product line. It's considered as a new product line for an already existing product. Or like the eggs of the Kinder chocolate, which is considered as a new line or a new product line for an already existing, because chocolate of Kinder is already existing in the market. The fourth type, which is a new to the market product, which is a new goods or service which haven't been existed before, and it's first time in the market. For example, here in the Egyptian market, since 3 or 4 years, Uber and Kareem services were considered as their first penetration for the Egyptian market. It wasn't found before. Also, the mobile phone service of Mobilil and Vodafone, its first penetration for the Egyptian market was since 1998, which is 22 years ago. يبقى أول حاجة اللي هو an extension of an existing product line، ده عبارة عن أنا بعمل زي خط إنتاج جديد لبرودكت اوريدي موجود. زي ما أقول أنا هعمل البسكتس دي بتاعت بسكوت دايجستيف as a balls like المالتيزرز مثلا، او ان انا اعمل الاج بتاعت الكندر بتاعت الشوكليت اللي اوريدي موجوده، اغير شكلها او اعمل خط جديد to be more attractive for children. The fourth type اللي هو a new to the market product، اللي هو حاجة ما كانتش موجودة في السوق قبل كده، خدمة أو منتج. زي بالظبط ما بنقول خدمة الموبايلات أو الموبايل سيرفيس، دي ما كانتش موجودة مثلا في السوق المصري أول ما طلعت سنة 98، كانت دي أول مرة ليها تدخل السوق. أوبر وكريم لما ظهروا عندنا في السوق من حوالي 3-4 سنين أو 5 سنين، كان ده الفيرست existence ليهم في الإيجيبشن. What's the break-even analysis? The break-even analysis is the point at which the revenues of the company is equal to its expenses, which means there is no profit or its profit is equal to zero. Or we can say it's the point at which the company covers its cost. So the break-even analysis, as it's in front of you in this slide, is a method of determining the level of sales at which the company will break even, or means have no profit or loss. The following information is used in calculating the break-even point, which is the fixed cost, variable cost, contribution margin. يبقى again البريك ايفن بوينت او اللي بنسميها نقطة التعادل، هي النقطة اللي اجمالي الايرادات للشركة بيساوي اجمالي مصروفاتها، يعني بيكون الربح فيها بيساوي زيرو، لا كسبت ولا خسرت. او ممكن نقول هي النقطة اللي عندها بتكون الشركة غطت تكاليفها، فما نقدرش نقول انها حققت مكسب او خسارة، هي كده سيم تعادل. طيب انا عشان اقدر احسب البريك ايفن بوينت او اعمل بريك ايفن analysis I have to know the meaning of fixed costs, variable costs and contribution margin. Fixed costs are costs that do not change when the amount of goods sold change, or in other words, it's not related to the volume of production. Fixed cost is not related to the number of units you are going to produce or to the number of customers you are going to introduce for them certain services. Which means fixed cost, suppose for example you are going to rent a place for manufacturing t-shirts. You are going to pay each month £10,000. So whether you sell one t-shirt or 1,000 t-shirts, you are going to pay the same rent, which is £10,000, which means that rent is considered as fixed cost. يبقى الفيكسد كوست اللي هي التكاليف الثابته، اللي هي ملهاش علاقة بحجم الانتاج. انت انتجت وحدة، انتجت 2، انتجت 10، هتدفع نفس التكلفة. يعني لو انت بتدفع ايجار علشان تصنع تيشرتات، والله انت انتجت وحدة، انتجت 10، انتجت 100، هتفضل تدفع نفس الايجار، هتفضل تدفع نفس الايجار. variable cost which change or vary with or related to the volume of production. For example, the raw materials. If the same example, if you are going to produce t-shirts, each t-shirt is going to require 1 meter of clothes. 1 meter of clothes. So if you produce 10 t-shirts, you will need 10 meters and pay for 10 meters. If you are going to produce 1,000 t-shirts, means that you will need 1000 meters of clothes and will pay for 1000 meter of clothes. This means that this variable cost is the cost which is related or which will vary related to the volume of production. For example, also like this in the slide, sales commission paid based on unit sales are a variable cost. If a salesman is going to sell one unit, for example, he will take 10% on each unit. So if the unit for equal to his commission equal to 1000, he is going to take 10,000 if he sold 10 units, and so on. Contribution margin per unit is the excess revenues per unit over the variable cost. The break-even point in unit is calculated with the formula fixed cost divided by the contribution margin. The contribution margin is the difference between the selling price and the variable cost per unit. The contribution margin is the selling price minus the variable cost per unit. This exercise is going to show you how to calculate the break-even point in units. It shows you that the fixed cost equal to 210,000 salaries, 60,000 rent, 10,000 advertising, 8,000 insurance, and other expenses 12,000, which means that the total fixed assets here will be adding all the components of the fixed assets together. Then the variable cost equal to $40 for each pair of shoes and 5 sales commission also for each pair of shoes, which means that the total variable cost equal to 40 plus 5 equal to 45, and the selling price equal to $80. They're required to calculate the break-even point in units and to determine the profit if you sell 12 pairs of shoes. The solution will be to determine the level of sales at which this will occur. You need to do the following. The first step is to determine the total fixed cost, which I told you before in the previous slide, to calculate all the items included in the fixed cost. So fixed cost equal to 210 salaries, 60,000 rent, 10,000 advertising, 8,000 insurance, 12,000 other fixed cost. The total will be 300,000. يبقى انا اول خطوه عشان اعرف احسب البريك ايفن هحسب التوتال فيكسد كوست. هجمع كل الايتمز اللي قال لي عليها في السلايد اللي قبل دي الفيكسد كوست. The second step is to identify the variable cost. The variable cost, as I told you before, equal to the variable cost for each pair of shoes plus the sales commission for each unit, which is 40 plus 5 equal to 45. Then the third step is to determine the contribution margin. The contribution margin is the share of profit for each unit. The share of profit for each unit, which means it's equal to the selling price minus the variable cost per unit. The selling price per unit, which is 80, minus the 45, which is the variable cost per unit. So the contribution margin equal to $35. Or in other words, the share of profit for each unit equal to $35. الcontribution margin يا جماعة يعني هامش المساهمة. هامش المساهمة يعني مساهمة كل وحدة في الربح. فأنا بطرح سعر البيع للوحدة اللي هو السيلينج برايس ناقص الفاريبل كوست أو التكلفة المتغيرة اللي هتتحملها كل وحدة يديني نصيب كل وحدة من البروفيت. يبقى الcontribution margin per unit equal 80 minus 45 equal to 30. The fourth step is calculating the break-even point in units, which is equal to the fixed cost divided the contribution margin, which we have calculated in the previous slide. يبقى the break-even point in units equal to the $300,000 fixed cost divided the 35, which is the contribution margin per unit, will give me 8,571 units. Or in other words, the company will reach to its break-even point, or it will have no profit or no losses when it sell 8,571 unit. يبقى معناها ان هنا البريك ايفن قسمنا الفيكسد كوست اللي احنا حسبناها على الكونتريبيوشن مارجن اللي احنا حسبناه 300,000 على 35 اداني 8,571 وحدة. يبقى الشركة لما توصل انها تبيع 8,571 وحدة لا هتكون حققت ربح ولا هتكون حققت خسارة. اهو your calculation means that if you sell 8,571 pairs of shoes, you will end up with zero profit or loss and will exactly break even. The second requirement, if your sale estimate is realistic, then you should be optimistic about starting the business. All your fixed cost will be covered once you sell 8,571 pairs of shoes. So, what will be your profit if you sell 12,000 pairs of shoes? At the level 8,571 pairs of shoes, you will break even. So, you are going to know or to calculate the number of units over the 8,571, or what you are going to sell above this number, because at this number your profit equal to 0, in order to determine your expected profit. So suppose that your expected level of sales will be 12,000 pairs of shoes. In order to calculate the profit at this level, you are going to subtract 8,571 from the 12,000. It will be 3,429 units times the $35, which is the contribution margin per unit, or in other words, it is the share of each unit from the profit. So your profit will be equal to 120,015 first year profit. هو هنا طالب منك ان انت تحسب الارباح في اول سنة لو هو متوقع انه هيبيع 12,000 pair of shoes. طب انت لحد ما وصلت ان انت بعت 8,571 اللي هي اليونتس اللي عند البريك ايفن، البروفيت بتاعك 0. يبقى كل اللي بعد الرقم ده المفروض هيعود عليك في ببروفيت. يبقى عشان تعرف البروفيت عند الليفل اوف سيلز، عند مستوى المبيعات ده، هتبتدي تقول انا اكتر من ال 8,571 كل يونت هتجيب لي بروفيت. يبقى انا هقول ال 12,000 ماينس ال 8,571، الفرق ده هو اللي هيحقق لي البروفيت. The difference between the 12,000 and the 8,571, this is the value which will make me achieve profit. The difference will be multiplied، الفرق اللي هو 3,429 هيتضرب بنسبة كل يونت من الربح اللي احنا حاسبينها اللي هي ال contribution margin. The product development process. The product development process can be broken down into 7 steps. Simply, those 7 steps can be summarized by making an investigation about customer needs and about the products available in the market from competitors, in order to imagine what should your product look like and what needs it's going to satisfy. And then you are going to design your product and then make a prototype or a sample that you are going to distribute in the market among a small sector, in order to determine the feedback, or to what extent your product will be accepted and to what extent it will succeed. And then you are going to start to launch your product, or to penetrate the market by your product on a higher level. يبقى البرودكت ديفلوبمنت باختصار هي ممكن تتقسم ل7 خطوات اللي قدامكم. طب ال7 خطوات دول معناهم ايه؟ الاول هبتدي اشوف الناس ايه الاحتياجات بتاعه الكونسيومرز بتوعي، وابتدي اشوف البرودكتس المنافسه ليا عامله ازاي وشكلها ايه، عشان اقدر اتخيل او اعمل ديزاين للبرودكت بتاعي. وبعدين ببتدي انتج عينات ان اوزعها مش على سكيل كبير. والله لو العينات دي نجحت خلاص ببتدي اصدر المنتج بتاعي للسوق. And in the step of producing a prototypes, you are just testing the market and how it will accept its product. انت مجرد بتعمل زي اختبار، ده بيبقى اختبار للماركت بتاعك، هيتقبله ولا لا، هيتقبله ولا لا. For example, from 2 years, Mega Ice Cream produced a new flavor, which is by cheesecake. They introduced it on a small scale. It was in Ramadan and it was not successful as much as they imagined. So after this season they didn't introduce it in the market. بالظبط زي الاكزامبل بتاع ميجا ايس كريم لما طلعوه بطعم التشيز كيك ما نجحش قوي، ولا بطعم الريد فيلفت ما نجحش قوي، طلعوه شويه كده في رمضان وبعدين ما طلعوهوش تاني. This is the meaning of the product development. Thank you.